Hey Kids Club, today's big idea is bigger than the world's largest baseball bat, which is in Louisville, Kentucky. It's over 120 feet tall and weighs more than 68,000 pounds. But like I said, today's big idea is way bigger than that, because today's big idea is God uses us to do incredible things. And speaking of baseball bats... Hold up. Do you ever think baseball bats look a little like giant drumsticks? Hit it. I wonder if he's ever split one of those drumsticks in two because he was drumming so hard. And speaking of things splitting in two. I guess that would keep someone warm when it's cold in the winter. Speaking of cold... Whoa, what an impressive display. And speaking of displays, I've got some powerful stuff here. An axe, a chainsaw, baseball bat, drumsticks. Now, this axe doesn't really do anything just sitting here. Neither does this chainsaw, or this baseball bat, or the drumsticks, because these are just tools. But when you put these tools into the hands of someone with the power to do something with them, things get really interesting. Now, you and I, we're different than a drumstick or a baseball bat. We have brains, we have thoughts, we can make choices. But one way we are like these things is that God has given each of us special skills and abilities. And when we let God be in charge of how those skills are used, they become even more special because God can use us to do incredible things. Maybe an example would help. This is my friend Chris. He's really good at making up characters and doing funny voices. Say something in a funny voice, Chris.
Something in a funny voice, Chris. Something in a funny voice, Chris. Something in a funny voice, Chris. Something in a funny voice, Chris. Something in a funny voice, Chris. Something in a funny voice, Chris. Precious.
See what I mean? Maybe you've even seen Chris play a funny character in a video before.
Yeah, maybe you've seen me do something like this. Excuse me while I eat this oatmeal cream pie with cantaloupe and kielbasa. Yum! Actually, it's just a Twix bar. Love Twix.
Yep, Chris is really great at voices, and God has used Chris's special skill in incredible ways.
That's right. I get to use this funny talent to tell kids about Jesus, that he loves them, and that they can choose to follow him.
Awesome. And this is my friend Allison. Allison is an artist and loves to try new techniques.
I love making things, like this mohair cat sweater I made for an elderly feline friend.
Nice. And God has used Allison's special skill in an incredible way.
That's right. I get to help choose the crafts and activities that we do every weekend in Kids Club that help us understand God's story and how we can be a part of it.
I love that, Allison. And thanks for this pet dust bunny you made me.
And no problemo.
So cute. And this is my friend Jim. Jim loves to draw, and he's really good at it. And God has used Jim's special talent in incredible ways.
Aw, shucks, I don't know about incredible.
No, it's incredible. I bet you've even seen lots of Jim's drawings before. He drew this, and 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 this.
What can I say? I want everyone to know God's story. And here's my newest character, Jolly Jelly.
I'm a little jelly of your drawing skills. The point is, God gave Chris and Allison and Jim the ability to do incredible things, and he lets them use those special gifts and abilities to tell his story. I bet you have some special gifts or talents or abilities that God has given you too, and I bet God could use those to do incredible things. We'll talk more about that later. Maybe that helped you think of a special talent or ability that you have that God could use to do something incredible. Maybe it's the ability to make friends wherever you go. Maybe it's the ability to always have a joke in mind to lighten someone's day. And speaking of light, what did one light bulb say to the other? Huh? I love you, Watts. Josh? Maybe it's the special ability to be really good at puzzles. But hey, if jokes or puzzles aren't your talent, don't worry. We'll come up with some more ideas in a little bit. But right now, we're going to learn a little more about a guy in the Bible who had some special talents. And God used him to do incredible things. Here's the story of a guy named Joseph. This is the story of a guy named Joseph. Joseph had 11 brothers, but he was his father's very favorite. In fact, one day Joseph's father gave him a really fancy coat. Unfortunately, Joseph kind of flaunted that coat, and his brothers could all tell that Joseph was their dad's favorite. It made them jealous, so they disliked Joseph. Fortunately, God was with Joseph. He talked to Joseph in his dreams. In one of these dreams, God told Joseph he was going to make him very powerful. Unfortunately, Joseph bragged about these dreams to his brothers, and it made them even more jealous. And one day, they got so jealous that they made a plan to kill Joseph. Yeah, they were really mad. Fortunately, one of the brothers knew killing Joseph would be wrong, and he stood up for him. He convinced the other brothers not to kill Joseph. Unfortunately, instead they decided to only throw him in a pit. Fortunately, at the last minute, Joseph's brothers decided not to throw him in a pit. Phew.
Unfortunately, that was because instead they sold him as a slave to some travelers who were on their way to Egypt. Fortunately, God was still with Joseph. Even then, even when he didn't know what would happen to him or where he was going. Unfortunately, that didn't change that Joseph was going through something really hard. Fortunately, Joseph ended up working for a guy named Potiphar, who was a very powerful man in Egypt. Everything Joseph did for him worked out. Joseph became Potiphar's favorite, and a little while later he put Joseph in charge of his whole house and everything he owned. Unfortunately, Potiphar's wife got Joseph in trouble by saying he had tried to attack her, even though that was a lie. Unfortunately, this made Potiphar very angry. Unfortunately, he was so angry that he threw Joseph in prison. Unfortunately, Joseph was there for a while. Fortunately, the man in charge of the prison really liked Joseph, and he put him in charge of all the other prisoners. Fortunately, God still talked to Joseph, which really came in handy when two of Joseph's friends, who were also in prison, had some strange dreams, and Joseph helped them understand what they meant. Unfortunately, one of these friends used Joseph's help to get out of prison and then forgot to tell anyone that Joseph was the one who helped him. Fortunately, Pharaoh had some really strange dreams, and Joseph was able to help him too. Fortunately, after this, Pharaoh decided to let Joseph out of prison. He gave him one of his own fancy rings and even made Joseph a prince. Fortunately, Joseph was now in charge of all of Egypt. Fortunately, a little while later, Joseph even got a chance to see his brothers again. And fortunately, even though they had hurt him, Joseph decided to forgive his brothers. No matter how many fortunate or unfortunate things happened, God was with Joseph. All the time, everywhere, no matter what.
Hey, welcome back. Joseph sure had some special talents and gifts. I'm not talking about presents, I'm talking about the ability to do special things. Did you notice that Joseph had some important dreams and had the ability to know what those dreams meant? Remember when he told his brothers that he dreamt they would bow down to him? Instead of letting God use his special gift to do something incredible, Joseph used it to brag and make his brothers feel less important. So instead of his gift being used to bring strength or courage or comfort, it made his brothers angry. But there was another time when Joseph's special dream gift came in handy. When Pharaoh had a dream and didn't know what it meant, Joseph used his special ability to tell Pharaoh what his dreams meant. And because of that, something incredible happened. Joseph was given a very important job with a lot of responsibility. Did you also notice the other special ability Joseph showed? It happened when his brothers came to him looking for food. He could have said, "Get out of here, I never want to see you again." Or he could have punished them for what they'd done to him. But instead, he forgave his brothers. We don't always think of forgiveness as a special gift or ability, but it definitely is. Forgiveness is a special gift that God has the ability to give us when we choose to follow Him. And it's a gift we can give to other people too. Now maybe you know right away what your special gift is. Great! How could you let God use that gift to do something incredible? Or maybe you don't quite know what your special gift might be. That's okay. It just means we're going to need to take a trip to the Office of Special Gifts and Abilities. Let's go.
Oh, welcome to the Office of Special Gifts and Abilities. You are here to get an idea of some potential gifts and abilities God may have given you. Okay, take a seat here. Now, let me get my checklist out. Listen carefully and nod your head if you hear something that applies to you. Okay? Okay. Now, I have to warn you, this isn't the full list. You gotta pay $1.99 for that. Okay, cheapskate. Here we go. Are you able to leap tall buildings in a single bound? No? Not a lot of people can. Do you have the ability to see when someone needs help? Do you have a lovely singing voice? Do you remember people's names easily? Have you won prizes for your baking skills? Can you understand the directions in a Lego set? How about IKEA? Oh, yeah, that's a toughie. Are you good at making people feel comfortable in new situations? Do you like trying new things? Do you like animals? Got any? Do you like gardening? Do you play any sports? Do you like adventure? Cooking? Matching up socks fresh from the laundry? Do you keep trying things even when they're hard? Very valuable. Do you ask a lot of questions? No, I do. Do you know what the word collywobbles means? No, I'm really asking because I don't, and I was hoping you did. Oh, no? All right, nobody knows what collywobbles means. Do you ever have ideas for possible new inventions? Have you ever created a new dance move? Oh, okay. Do you enjoy organizing messy spaces? Do you prefer to lead in groups or be a helper? Very interesting. This is just a start, but I hoped it helped you identify a few things that might be special gifts of yours. Now again, this is not a complete list, but these are some things that may be special gifts or abilities, and God could use them to do something incredible. Thanks for visiting us at the Office of Special Gifts and Abilities. Now, on your way out, have a recap.
We've all got special talents and abilities. And God can use them in all kinds of ways because God can use us to do incredible things.